Hey everybody, this is Jeff, your GM, and welcome back to Big Campaign Stories. This session will be a buddy cop one with our players, Marshall and Josh. Say hello.
Hey guys, this is Josh. I'm going to be playing Corbin Thus.
Hey, this is Marshall. I'm still playing Keegan.
But before we get started, let's get those lightsaber checks.
Motherfucking lightsaber checks. I failed with a 7.
I got a 15.
Do we want to recap?
Yeah, I think Josh should do it. No.
Look, okay.
It's early morning in Dusk Banter, before the sun has come up, the clouds still heavy above in this early springtime, as the wrecker's lights play across a parking lot, revealing a vehicle and a man standing there waiting. Keegan, as you get out, you see the other gentleman also holding, similar to you, a black dossier. As you approach, Josh, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah, so you're going to see a man, 5'9", brown hair, gray sideburns. You look at him, he's definitely experienced life. He has RBF for eternity. He comes off as towering. He's an upside-down triangle of a man. You may not notice it when you're walking up because of the darkness, but as you get closer, you'll notice that there's a scar on his left cheek. And it grazed him all the way down to his jawline from his temple, from his time in Thus. He has both eyes, but he does have a scar that you can see in his beard. Though his beard is neat and maintained, he always has that chasm in his skin. He'll be dressed in his Seeker tactical defense armor. He has a military-grade stun baton hanging from his left hip, Seeker pistol from his right. And you can just tell from this gentleman he has no problem making sure everyone knows their place in society. He wears his badge ready to flip at a moment's notice. That's Corbin.
And Keegan, as you approach, describe yourself for Corbin.
Keegan Corleone, so he's got a darker olive skin. He's tall at 6'6", very well built as well. He's got long hair that's kind of pulled back in a messy bun that just kind of hangs back at the back of his head. He is wearing a active defense unit, tactical armor. He's got his pistol's kind of under his left arm. He's got a hilt of what looks like a sword hanging from his hip and another sword on his back. And he walking towards you with a bit of a purpose. He's got the black dossier in his hand. Gives you a nod as he approaches.
As you walk up, Corbin's going to pull out a cigarette. And it's going to be weird because he's going to pull out a cigarette and he's going to go to light a cigarette, but there's already a lit cigarette in his mouth. So he's going to burn himself. He's like, fuck, dude. He's going to flick the unlit cigarette out to the ground. And he'll look at you and nod. He's like, ready for this?
As ready as I'm going to be.
I guess we'd compare notes. Just thinking over the table, above table, like I would want to compare notes. What we got, we're looking at the black dossier, late basic kill mission.
You both compare notes looking at the black dossier. Your target is Pedro Silvana, an Ammon sanctioned scientist focused on planar work. Underneath Pedro Silvana's name, there's a list of 11 lab assistants that are also on the kill list.
So that means 12 targets.
Correct. It's also noted in there that there are 5 Bashan automated defense guards, which you know are clockwork soldiers brought in from Basia, used to assist with this.
Assist with the taking out of this facility, or assist with defending, and we're going to have to go against the facility?
Defending.
Okay.
If they're standard issue, they have auto rifles as well as adamantium short swords.
Okay.
In your dossier, you have the code in order to unlock the emergency lockdown placed upon this laboratory. Looking around outside of the laboratory, you see that you're in an industrial area, so you can hear the sound of machinery in the distance, fog and exhaust coming up from large buildings, meaning for the most part, it's going to be pretty quiet. There's not too many people that should be around here. But it's about 5 a.m. The sun should be coming up in a couple hours. You guys are ready to move once you are equipped. Is there anything you guys want to get from your vans and vehicles before you head in?
Corbin's gonna get his peekers ready before he actually walks in. This place being on lockdown, there's a fair assumption that they've probably gone to emergency lighting, so he's gonna get his dark vision peekers ready to rock. He's gonna check both his Basque Force pistol to make sure we have ammo, his Seeker pistol to make sure he has ammo, make sure he has clips on his bandoliers, both on his chest and around his sides. And then as always, before he's getting ready to hop in, he's going to make sure to do his one last check on his hip, make sure his stun baton's there, ready to rock. So that's going to be his check. And then, obviously, the cigarette to kick it off.
Keegan will also put on his peekers, double check his weapons, make sure he's got a couple extra clips for his pistol, ignite the constant blade just to make sure it's still functioning correctly before putting it back. And he's going to grab a little pouch out of the back of the wrecker. It is enough material to piece together something if we need to blow a wall apart or something, just get out of there from the demolition kit that I had.
Very well. With our heroes equipped, after arriving, they approach the door. The passcode to the doors is written in their dossier. They're able to type in as it slides open, and you both walk forward. As soon as you enter, the door slams shut behind you, and as suspected, the dim lighting with klaxon alarms and red lighting illuminating the halls tells you that this place is in lockdown. As you walk down onto the first floor, it's a little bit odd. There's papers scattered about, but you don't hear or see anything. As you move about, you'll head down the hallways towards the main labs before seeing one of the automated guards. Bashan automated guard, once it sees you, will open fire as you guys exchange shots back.
Corbin's going to charge, throw his shoulder up and close the distance, finding any kind of desk or any kind of metal plating that might be on the ground. This place is in disarray. It's in lockdown. There's going to be things scattered as to whatever piece he can find other than his arm that's going to take the brunt of it, making his hitbox as tiny as possible. He's going to close the distance and take this guy down.
Keegan will offer support with his pistol from behind as he charges in, maybe sending a shot over to hit him first or follow up, but keep an eye out behind him while he takes this thing to the down.
Knowing that he has support, Corbin's going to do what he can to make sure that the enemy is between him and his comrade. He's not going to be between the shot, so whatever you can do positionally to angle that to make sure we're both addressing the target and taking him down actively is going to be what he's going to do.
Very well. After the automated guard is destroyed, you'll head into a laboratory, wait around next to the data pad for a moment before heading out. Keegan, you'll slip for a second. Must be the slick floors or maybe one of the papers, but you will continue back before approaching the first door to head down to the second floor. As you guys stand there for a moment, Keegan, in your pocket, you'll pull out a piece of paper that you're able to type in the code and open this door.
After getting the door open, I'll check my pistol again, make sure it's fully loaded before we continue on. I'll be keeping that out from now on.
As you head down here into the second floor, this is a lot of more of the lab work area. Computers, data pads, screens, all up and about. A few of them have a picture of an older looking gentleman with a few scars on his face and graying salt and pepper hair that you guys recognize as Pedro Silvana. You do stop because in the middle of this room, there's a twitching, half-melted guard laying on the ground. Though it is odd, you guys can see there's coffee cups, data pads, packs of smokes. Looks like there's people here, but they've all left in a hurry. As you look around, you can see some of the air duct vents have been ripped out. You can see bullet holes actually in some of the screens.
Immediately, and without question, try to start shooting at the guy and close the distance.
The twitching guard on the ground shatters apart from bullets.
What's the light level in this room like?
The light level is comfortable. I mean, the red lighting makes it a little odd, but it's bright enough that you can see fine. With your peekers going, you guys are not having a problem seeing in any of these rooms.
Pistol first, I want to look down a couple of those air vents, just see if anybody's hiding out in there or...
Yeah, besides the kind of sickly sweet penny smell that comes from them, they're empty.
Cool.
Once again, referring to the sheet of paper in your pocket, Keegan, you're able to unlock the door, heading down into the center lab. As soon as you open the door, bullets ricochet off the surrounding area. As you can see, there's two Bassian guards.
Is it just the guards, or are there anybody else in the room?
From what you can see from the stairs here, it's just the two, taking a ready defensive action there to shoot anyone coming in.
I'll try and get a shot off, assuming Corbin's going to charge in. I'll aim for one of the one on the left first.
Yeah, through some hand signals, we'd make eye contact, and we'd just do a nod and understand, hey, you have him, I have him, and we just do a countdown. And just, dual coup car these guys as quickly and painlessly as possible.
Light him up.
As you look back at Keegan, you can see there is some bruising blossoming on his face, as well as some blood dripping from his arm that you didn't notice before when you guys came in. But as you remove these two guards, you'll see the center laboratory. You can see through the windows as you take out these two guards, the center laboratory within. There is another guard in here, though it does have a ready to action, as is watching and waiting for you all. It is not opening fire through the glass.
Corbin uses this opportunity to go to reload, and he's going to go to where his first mag would be, and he's missing that mag. It's odd, but he's focused, so he's going to go for the second mag and reload.
And this one's on the other side of the glass, waiting for us.
Correct.
Do we see any doors? Anyway, he's just eyes trained on the door we would walk through.
You do. There are 4 doors to get into the center part of this laboratory, of which is all based around a single container that has a shimmering field around it.
Is there a door closest to the guard that's watching us?
There is.
If eyes are tracked on Keegan, I'm going to do what I can to stealth check and work around to that door. Pop that door open and take him out.
Very well. As you guys attack from 2 different angles, you're able to remove the guard as you enter into the center lab. You can see in here is where a lot of the heavy work is done. There's those gloves that kind of go into containers that have like the plastic, the sealed box. As you look over though at that box container, you can see that the gloves look to be a bit sturdier than standard plastic. There's like a silver metallic sheen that seems to be to them. And as you guys glance back, you thought there was 2, but it seems one of them's missing. But with that guard gone, you guys will walk past desks, data pads. You'll notice a blood-soaked pen on the table. As you approach the center of the lab, as you see the shimmering field surrounding an area forming kind of like a container, you can see the emergency release button built into one of the desks nearby. As you both look at each other, Keegan looks down at the piece of paper with the door codes on it. Corbin, you slam that emergency release button as both of you pull out guns and fire into it. Violent screeches are heard in every direction as silence is gone. We cut away from this story as we see Keegan and Corbin sitting across a shiny black desk from a very irate looking human. You can see the colors on his armor, marking him as an Ammon Advancements employee. You can see the markings that also show that he's a frontline executive assistant of the Ammon Protection Division. It says FEA Dashland on his chest. Well, it seems you guys have accomplished the mission, but your story doesn't line up one fucking bit with what we're seeing. You really gonna go with that?
Corbin's going to look around. Are we sitting next to each other? Is it me and Keegan sitting next to each other and this human guy's right across from us?
You guys are in an Ammon facility, black site, as he's discussing this with you.
Yeah, I'll look over to Corbin, who's, I'm guessing, looking at me. I'm like, that's how it went. I think we left out any details. Do you?
No, we didn't leave out any details, and I'd appreciate it if I got my fucking guns back.
You'll get your guns back when we're done with this.
Corbin would immediately put his elbow on the table and rub his eyes in frustration and say, fine, how many times do we got to go through this? That's what fucking happened. Why is this so hard for you to believe? We got in there, we took the guys out, we got out.
Yeah, what parts are missing for you?
All right, fine. Let's watch, shall we? Because our CCTV tells us an entirely different story, and I'm supposed to just let you guys go, but I don't know how much you guys took. I don't know what you have. So let's watch, shall we? He'll pan around to avoid the glass screen as he clicks it on. You can see the outside cameras in the laboratory as the wrecker pulls up as Keegan and Corbin start speaking to each other for a moment, putting on peakers and getting ready. As the camera cuts into the laboratory, here's where I'll put in a fun like a wow, like the Matrix noise.
Cool. We've now gone through the mirror. Here we go.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
So here's where we restart the session. After you guys suit up, you guys walk up to that front door. You guys check the dossier. You put in the code to open up the emergency lockdown and enter in. Inside, klaxon alarms are going. The red lighting is giving you enough to see. It makes it a little uncomfortable in the eyes, but you can see everything just fine. As soon as you enter in, the door slams shut behind you. A woman comes running around the corner, blood on her lab coat. Oh my god. I'm not sure how you got in, but we need to stop him. Pedro's lost it. He's trying to let this thing out. Who are you with?
I'm immediately going to try and compare her to one of the 12 other people that are on this hit list. Is she one of them? Can I ID this person as someone I need to kill or not?
Yeah, as you look down it says Ashley Rayland, and you can see Rayland on her lab coat. Dark hair and pale skin, she looks terrified but resolute and saying, we can't let this thing out. Remember, if you can't hear anything, it's because it's there.
I stand by my first question. Is this someone I should kill or not?
Yeah, do we have pictures of all the 12 or the 11 workers?
Yeah, she kind of stops as you guys are staring at her for a bit. And if you can help me, I just need to get back to my lab. I can pull up the emergency codes for the doors, but you got to be careful. He's been setting around those automatons to clear out the lab before he lets it go.
I'm gonna look to Keegan as soon as I heard emergency codes for the doors.
Yeah, let's get those emergency codes.
Oh man, I'm really glad they sent somebody. Follow me. Hi, I'm Ashley.
I know.
Oh, good. She smiles. I think Ferrith went down to the second floor to try and trying to override the lock codes so that Pedro couldn't let anything out. We'll meet up with him later, okay? And you can see on your list, Ferrith Starshine, halfling.
Where's the doctor, Ashley?
I believe he's in the third floor. He's with the thing. He's been talking with someone as you guys are walking towards the lab.
Okay.
He's been talking with someone or something from the between. Something strange. I don't know. The chief doctor found another space, something beyond the I'm sorry, I'm rambling. You guys don't care about this. Just there's things that are parallel and there's things that are perpendicular, and he's picking the spots between that. As you guys move down this blood-soaked hall, with blood streaks going up the walls into the air ducts, you can see the papers scattered about. You can hear the clanging in the distance as one of the mechanized automatons is approaching. Ashley will let out a scream as she tries to find a spot to hide as we roll initiatives.
Damn, dude. Oh, fuck you, dude. I'm glad you wasted that 20 on that initiative.
Where is my initiative? There it is. Oh. Okay. That's fine. That's about right.
Devin, what the fuck? Oh, man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The automaton, as it comes around the corner, as Ashley runs and ducks for cover, opens fire on Corbin with a 15 to hit.
Lead an 18.
Bullets spray across your armor, bouncing off the wall. Nothing happens. Corbin.
Yeah, so Corbin's going to assess the situation, and here's how this is going to go down, guys. There's going to be a shiver of anticipation dances up the scarred edges of Corbin's arms and legs. Beneath his secret tactical plating, dormant circuits crackle and synapses fire like lightning bolts trapped in a metal cage. His biomesh hums, a low thrumming that resonates in his very bones. Steel tendons snap taut, small pistons hiss as they surge with pressurized fluid in preparation for the inevitable. Blue light bleeds from the mechanical extensions of his soul, tracing the veins of circuitry that mimic his own nervous system down to the tips of his fingers and toes. The light will fade around him, not as a sudden plunge, but as a slow creep. Shadows lengthen and deepen, swallowing the edges of Corbin's body. Once bright, luminescent veins embedded in their artificial skin begin to dim, their glow struggling against the encroaching darkness. It's a chilling effect, like watching life slowly drain from a room. And with that, Corbin's gonna go into a fucking rage.
Alrighty. That's a free action.
Cool. That gives me just enough time to actually turn my little levers on. And then that's a free action. So Corbin's gonna immediately close the distance, and whatever desk or this place is a fucking mess, robots are going on a rampage, whatever kind of debris might be on the ground, anything I can use to pick up and charge this guy and put between me and him and close my hitbox is what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to grab a desk and charge this guy.
Very well. Go and give me a combat maneuver bonus check as you rush forward holding a desk to try to knock him down.
I rolled a 14 plus my bonus. I got 25.
Excellent. With a 25, this heavy wooden desk slams into the automaton, knocking him to the ground. You are still up as you have him knocked over. Keegan.
As Corbin charges the guy, I'll take 2 steps forward. He hits it on the ground, and I will follow up with the cover fire of my pistol. Both shots, 12, 16, or 19, with 8 damage.
The first shot goes wide, bouncing down the hall. With a 19, the second shot will hit, scattering metal as the automaton attempts to defend itself. It slashes out at Corbin as it draws its adamantium short sword, cutting through the desk with a 25.
Yep, that hits.
Corbin, you take 8 points of damage.
Is this slashing or piercing, or can some of this count towards subdual?
It is slashing, and it does count towards subdual.
Hell yeah.
It will, at a penalty here, still attempt to fire its weapon. I was going to say, do you have a melee weapon? But I guess you have a desk. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity with the desk?
Would love to take an attack of opportunity on this with this desk.
It's a 2-handed weapon. It's a desk, so it's not built for damage, so we're going to call it 2d4, but you get to do strength and a half. But it is going to break because it's been cut by that sword.
25 to hit?
Absolutely does. Especially prone, you got an extra +4 to hit.
Oh, hell yeah. 12 points of damage.
The desk, as you bring it down upon it, shatters apart from the cut dealt before. It will one-handedly, still open fire with its auto rifle upon you, with a 23.
That hits.
You take 11 points of damage as bullets spray across your armor. You can feel those thuds as the bruising starts to begin, but your circuitry is holding back that pain. Corbin.
Cool. What you would see, what Keegan would see is Corbin's body is going to begin to repair itself. His blood on his body is going to disappear as if permeating through his skin, melting back into his core from where it came. Every fiber of his being, a participant in this endeavor, leads into assist in this repair of the hole. Scrapes that he got from this robot begin to disappear, and wounds that you would think would spawn from these bullet holes close unaided in seconds as his focus sharpens on his aggressor.
Keegan, as you see this instantly reminds you of Alice Batar, the Bishop Alchemy agent that you encountered the other day.
Oh, jeez.
Continue, Corbin. So you have two broken halves of a desk.
Two broken halves of the desk. Corbin's instinctively going to go to his baton, whip it out, and just try to coup de grace the shit out of this thing.
Very well. Go ahead and make your attacks.
29 to hit.
And don't forget, you're +4 to all these because it's still prone.
Thank you for reminding me. So this is a crit, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that reminder, because that's exactly what I needed. Does a 21 confirm to crit?
It does.
When I crit with this guy, it's this times 2. Okay, so this times 2. Okay, so, okay, hear this. So 26.
Under the enhanced strength of Corbin's stun baton, the mechanized Bashan guard shatters. Ashley pulls herself out from under the table as she lets out a sigh of relief. Oh my god. Wow. Good job, guys. All right, let's get to my data pad. I have the information there.
I will holster my pistol, and Corbin, do you mind if I take this auto rifle?
Corbin's gonna walk up and still keep a wary eye on Ashley, and you're still gonna see the blood disappearing on his body, and he's just gonna shake his head. Nah, man, you're good.
Yeah, as you guys follow Ashley into her laboratory, she'll pass by a screen that has a still frame of Pedro Silvana on it, and she grabs her data pad and grabs a sheet of paper and begins to write down information upon it.
She ran down the codes.
Yeah, she'll hand you the codes.
I was gonna say, just like the ones we already have.
No, these are the codes the inside. It says floor 1 to floor 2, the code is 0451. From floor 2 to floor 3, A113. And then she writes at the bottom, the canister is not empty. When you open it, start shooting.
I'll take the sheet of paper from her, look it over, and just pocket it.
Corbin's gonna want a duplicate of that. That's just how these operations work for these black sites. Especially if you go down, it's going to be more efficient for me to have the information needs to be shared.
Yeah.
Right. So if Corbin procures a pen and paper, he'll do it himself. But if Ashley is just writing 2 sets, that's fine too. But Corbin's going to make sure he has his own set of numbers in his pocket. Are we where Ashley wanted to be before she gave us these codes?
Yeah. She'll say that, all right, yeah, I'll lead you back to the door that goes down to the second floor here. Follow me.
Okay.
Corbin still has a very wary eye on her. Like, in the back of Corbin's head, it's, when am I killing her? We still haven't hit that point, and I'm sure Keegan sees it. Corbin has a very predatory, gaze upon this girl. Like, she is one of the people, and the only reason that she's still alive is because she's given us these codes. So if we get to a door, Corbin is going to try to put in one of the codes she gave us, and if it doesn't work, she's dead. If it does work, he's going to let this play out a little more.
Yeah, as you guys start heading back, your ears will pop. Streaking through one of the vents is a massive pallid flesh, neck and face. It's brown incisors, its clenched eyes, screaming as it stretches into view and grabs onto Ashley's leg. She screams out, yelling for help, as you guys turn around.
Corbin's never seen anything like this, and he wasn't briefed about anything like this. There is going to be a moment of him flinching, and he doesn't normally flinch. He usually acts. This is so far out of the realm of what was expected in just life. But he's just going to flinch for a moment. He's not going to act.
Similar. I wasn't expecting this. I've seen a few things the last couple of days, but I'm still kind of in shock as this thing came out.
As Ashley screams, you watch as her body is dragged across the floor, as bones snap, as she goes silent, as the creature's mouth drags her into an air duct, pulling her into a space too small for her to fit, leaving behind ripped pieces of lab coat, skin, and flesh around the outside as it disappears. Your ears pop again as you guys look back at an empty hallway with papers scattered. Keegan, you slip in some blood, but you look down, there's nothing there. And as you approach the door, you pull the note out of your pocket to put in the code.
Let's put the code in.
As you put in the code, Keegan, for the second floor, the door opens with a metallic hiss. We cut away from the CCTV as it pauses, as FEA Dashland looks over. So who the fuck was that then?
Yeah, I was like, let me explain this to the listeners. We are equally confused. We have no fucking idea.
Because even seeing this, we don't know who that is.
Correct.
Look, man, I don't know who the fuck that was. I don't know what the fuck that was. Check the dossier. What the fuck did the dossier say? Was there people supposed to be there? Honestly, I have no idea, dude. There wasn't anybody there. We fought 2 fucking robots, got into the room, pushed the button, killed the scientists, beat the shit out of this fucking monstrosity. That's what happened. That's what happened. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, what is this feed from? I mean, that's
Jesus, was I
kind of what we've seen. Is there 2 things spliced together? I mean, I'm not the best with computers, but you can fake this, right?
Dashland shakes his head. All right, fine. Maybe this will jog your memory, and hits play.
No!
Entering onto the second floor, there is blood everywhere. There's bullet holes in the walls, shattered glass, blood streaks going up those walls into air ducts. This is a site of intense and horrid violence. As you move through into this larger area, you see a static screen with a picture of Pedro on it. The video seems to be at its end, a short clip.
Does it replay? Can we make it replay? Can we see what the fuck this clip's about?
Press play on it if we can.
We're not here for intelligence gathering, but I mean, this is the guy. We're looking for clues, right? Yeah, I'd like to know what the fuck is on the video.
As you press play on the video, the face of Pedro Silvana fills the screen. This small clip, it seems he's emailed out to a lot of the lab assistants here from a couple weeks ago. I regret to inform all of you that the first subject was a failure. Too much autonomy left after conditioning, unfortunately. It begged to be returned to its hometown of Nugget, as though the creature had even been to Nugget. Sadly, though, I guess I'd have to say that Project Winters was a failure, though not an absolute disappointment. It has revealed to us great paths going forward. I will need to find another subject. As the video ends.
I'm going to start looking around and kind of look into these vents that are open.
Yeah, as you go to look into the vents, blood smeared all around the outside, skin peeled up and curled against it. It drips down the wall as you flash your light down there and smell nothing but the scent of pennies. Your hands covered in blood, though you don't notice it.
Okay.
Corbin, though, you will hear the clack of metal on ground as you can see the melted leg of one of these automaton guards as the creature is twitching on the floor, reaching for its auto rifle.
Corbin's going to immediately grab his pistol and fucking throw a clip into the guy.
Very well. Go ahead and give me your perceptions.
I got a 27.
I always forget and get excited. I have points in perception. 22.
Both of you will catch the ragged breathing coming from underneath a desk nearby. As you look over, you see the tan halfling with cropped hair. You can see one of his legs looks broken. His other foot looks half melted from probably the same acid which took out this guard. His breath's coming in ragged gasps. Oh God, are you here? Are you here to stop him? You look at this man and you see that this is Ferrith Starshine.
One of the guys on the list.
Corbin is going to immediately see that this is one of the guys on the list. So this guy's probably going to have about as much time as it's going to take me to reload my pistol before I keep on with the mission. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. You should probably, if you're going to engage with this guy, you should, because you're the guy that's keeping these people alive. I'm here to kill them.
Right. I'll say, what's going on? What happened?
He made the guards start killing assistants. He's lost it. He's trying to weaponize the thing. Project Winters.
There was a guard upstairs, and there's this one. How many are left?
I think there's 3 more. I think he has 3 more down there. He's been, oh God, it hurts so bad. As he'll grab his leg, and you can see that bone starting to peek through where his ankle and foot kind of meet as the acid's dissolved flesh. And so you gotta put him down. You gotta take care of him.
We will. Is there anything else we should know before we head down?
Does the word Aegis mean anything to you? I figure you're with Ammon. You must know something, right? Your ears will pop, both of you.
Corbin would look at Keegan and just squint.
The name doesn't ring anything for Keegan either, so.
But once your ears pop, now you guys can see it. The blood, the bullets, skin, flesh, everything. This is a massacred room. What was once clean and confusing in the fact that, you could see cigarettes long since burnt out. You could see coffee cups. This room looked like people were here and they left in a hurry. But now you see that these people are all about you, shot, dead. The automaton guards have done what they were set to do before. It appears that Ferrith here tried to fight back. But with those ears popped, you will start to see out of the multiple air ducts the faces as they start to creep forward, sliding, pushing against the metal, their own faces streaked with the blood that they've pulled through from other victims, chunks of bodies left at corners that couldn't be pulled at the right time or that ripped apart. As Ferrith lets out a scream as they tendrils and long necks start to stretch into the room, approaching the three of you.
Corbin's going to immediately think that this is the travesty of intelligence. Almost always there's these people that are going to push for more for the sake of knowing more, and he's going to hate it. It's going to be reflexive in one piece. It's a part of the mission, and another piece just sympathizing with the intelligent folks. He's going to shoot Ferrith square between the eyes before this thing gets him. We don't have time to save him, and we're not going to save him. We didn't come here to save him. And then he's going to fucking start shooting at these fucking tentacles that are coming at him and faces that are coming at him from the vents.
How close are we to the door?
You guys probably make it if you guys ran.
Yup.
Yeah.
This would be one of those moments where you guys look at each other. You can see there is blood all over your guys' shoes, leg. You can see splatters of violence that you've walked through. If you guys turn and run, leaving Ferrith's body, you'll watch as the heads will descend upon it.
Yeah, I think that's a call. Let's head to the door and get through it.
Yeah. As Corbin runs, he's going to reload. He's not going to have time to try and figure out where the holster is for where he would put his clip. He's just going to fucking throw it and reload. He's out of ammo.
It seems odd, though, once you guys get outside of this room. There's nobody here. Like I said, coffee cups, cigarettes left in ashtrays. It is a fairly quiet room. You pass by that data pad you saw as you guys approach that third door, and you see a data pad on the floor that is playing a loop of another clip from Pedro.
I'll shoulder the auto rifle and pick up the pad.
As you wait for the clip to restart, the second subject is coming along much better. It is interesting to see that the Zion built into the Corlean people a propensity for experimentation. Their structure is much more malleable than standard humans, halflings, or the others. The recording, though, that song, if I didn't have it contained, I would have forgotten about it entirely. I think there's something here.
I don't like this guy.
Well, we don't know that we don't like him. We know he's someone we need to kill. We know a lot of countries don't like him.
I drop the pad and look around this room.
An empty room that looks once lived in. You see, of course, the shattered automaton guard that Corbin shot laying on the ground. Corbin, when you look over at Kiki, you can see that he looks like somebody had ran into him. Like, you can see the bruising on the side of his face.
Okay.
It's tough for Corbin because if he did that sit rep with the person, it would be very confusing for Corbin because to him, they just showed up, they got into damage, like there's things that aren't lining up, but he doesn't really understand what's going on. And the idea of sitting down and trying to talk through that, he's probably going to throw it away to, hey, maybe he tripped over a body. Maybe, he ran into something. It's a laboratory. There's chemicals and all kinds of shit everywhere. Who knows what he ran into while Corbin was charging in to take out the guard? Who knows?
Absolutely.
So he's just going to trust that Keegan has his own. He hasn't seen anything that would alarm Corbin, considering the combat's at this time. Corbin's been on the front line and Keegan's been back shooting him. So he's going to see that and just think through that train of thought and opt not to engage and keep moving forward.
We're headed down to the next level now, or we're just in another room?
You're about ready to go down to the third floor.
I'll pull out my pistol, make sure it's fully loaded again, and keep going.
Corbin will use that time, go to reach for his first mag, realize it's not there, go to reload, lock the second mag. It's like, that's weird.
Yeah, the video pauses as Dashlin looks back at you guys. What did I just watch?
I have no idea.
Corbin would inhale and put his hands together and kind of do that thing where you're trying to understand what's happening, but also trying to explain to someone that they're wrong when you don't even know that you're right. You know what I mean? One of those things. Look, man, I have no fucking idea what you just showed us. It's weird. Some of those things make sense. Some of those things don't. I don't know who that person is that I shot. If I'm watching the video, it looks like I'm still doing my job, but I don't even know if that's really me. Gonna be square with ya.
So we're going with the murmur doppelganger defense. Is that it?
I don't even know what can we talk about? What am I defending right now?
Are we in trouble?
What's going on right now? Like, aside from the fact that maybe I was a little too fucking hungover for this mission and I blacked out a lot more times than I'm used to, but what is this about?
The guy's dead, right? We finished the mission. You haven't asked us any questions. Just showed us the video. It seems like you're trying to pin something on us.
I'm trying to get answers, because once you guys go onto the 3rd floor, the camera's cut out. I know we get a body. Pedro's dead. You did your job. But I'm trying to make sense of what seems to be a dozen people that I can't find bodies for that seem to have been removed by whatever the fuck's coming through the vents in these videos that neither of you seem to remember happening. Feels a little weird, right? Little hard to believe.
Okay, Mr. Video Person, what's the name of those people? Who were they? Do you know who they were? Because I fucking don't.
You'll see the frustration pass on his face. He goes, you know what? They're Nicole Sabine, Cyan Castiglione, Sarah Armiger. They're all here, but you can see like he doesn't know who they are. Like you can see that frustration of he is also looking at this and now really realizing that the pictures he's looking at of these people don't seem to connect with the video, as he's like, fucking fine. Here's what we have before it all goes black. And then he hits play. We cut back to our heroes as the 3rd door hisses open. It's quiet down here, almost calming quiet, right before the bullets start flying, as 2 of the mechanized guards are watching this door, ready for it to open. Go and give me initiative checks.
Got 18 on my initiative.
And mine is, 17.
Corbin, you go first.
Corbin's gonna collect himself. He's gonna see that there's 2 guards guarding the door, and this is gonna be one of those moments where we're not gonna make a scene about it because I don't want to give them the jump, but we have the jump on them. I'm gonna look at Keegan and give him the nod, pretty much planning for us to take these guys out at the same time as fast as possible.
Yeah, I'll nod back knowing that I take the one on the left and you're going for the one on the right.
Then yeah, I'm gonna send it. Once me and Keegan confirm who we're actually gonna go to, who we're gonna take out, Corbin will duck behind the corner, and you'll see him pump himself up. You'll see his circuits light up. You'll see, his whole body start to light up and things get darker around him. He'll be focused. His eyes will glow, and then he'll charge around the corner and start going after his guy.
All right, as you charge forward, go and give me that attack with the stun baton. As you charge, their ready action goes off as they fire at you with a 28.
Oof, 28 hits.
All right, as you rush, you take 13 points of damage.
On the attack roll, I roll a 14.
All right, with a 14, the mechanized infantry is able to dodge out of the way as it will draw its adamantium short sword with its offhand, its auto rifle in the other. Keegan.
I will drop down low, like onto my knee, and just open fire with the pistol, using both my shots to the dude on the left. 12 and 25.
The 12 goes wide, bouncing off the metal behind it, but the 25 will hit.
8 damage.
Nice. The one will fire back at you, Keegan, with a 26 to hit.
Yeah, it's going to hit me.
Doing 11 points of damage.
Okay.
The one facing off against you, Corbin, will slash at you with your adamantium short sword with a 28. It will slash across you for 10 points of damage with its short sword. It will provoke as it goes to shoot you with the auto rifle at point blank. So go ahead and make your attack of opportunity as it fires.
I roll 30.
Ooh.
Absolute hit.
I deal 19 damage, which is max roll on both of those dice. Suck it.
Excellent. Yeah, the mechanized infantry takes a huge blow. It short circuits a bit as metal bends in, though it is able to still get off its auto rifle, firing into your chest plate with a 23.
Hits.
For 13 points of damage.
Ow.
Corbin, it's your turn.
All right, it's my turn. Healed for 5. He's going to, after nailing him again, he's going to advance the charge and do it again. He's going to take another swing, try and beat the shit out of this automaton.
Alrighty.
He's going to roll 13.
All right, the creature steps out, dodges out of the way. Do you want to make your second attack?
And for my second swing, a 17.
With the backswing, it bounces off its shoulder plating. Keegan.
I'll unload another 2 on this one and move forward. Bam, bam. 15 and 23.
All right, the 15 bounces off its plating, but the 23 does hit.
Okay, 6 more damage.
Keegan, it fires back with a 16 as its bullets go wide, bouncing across the floor and across the ceiling around you.
Okay.
Corbin, the one you're engaged with, stabs forward with its short sword with a 22.
Oof. Yep, that hits.
Doing 5 points of damage. But it will provoke again as it tries to shoot at you at point blank.
I do want to swing on that sucker. 24.
24 absolutely hits.
For 12 points of damage.
Yeah, its left arm crashes in as it drops its short sword, but it still fires its auto rifle into your midsection. With a 22, it does 18 points of damage. Corbin.
As I've described before, Corbin, he's getting bloodier and bloodier, but his body, it seems as though, Keegan, if you looked at him, it seems as though his healing is keeping up. Maybe not as fast as all of the bullets and the slashing and piercing, but he's able to hold his own. So as he does that, he sizes up his enemy and feels that it's getting closer to ending this battle, so he's going to take another swing. And to really finish the job, he's going to do a Reckless Rage power attack, which is going to, from a numbers-wise, take 3 AC, but it's going to give me some extra damage boops. So let's see if I hit this guy. Does a 24 hit?
Absolutely.
17 damage.
Absolutely destroyed as you break in the front face. The camera eyes shatter and bust as it collapses to the ground. You do have the option of a second attack or moving.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a rage. Corbin's not one of those guys that's a tantrum rager, and by what I mean, he's not just going to sit down and start throwing anything in his hands. He's pissed off. He has his club. He's going to go beat the shit out of the bad guy. So he's gonna move towards the guy.
As you move towards the automated Bashan guard's direction, it does draw its short sword as it notices melee combat is closing, but it is Keegan's turn.
2 more shots as I move forward a bit more. 15 and 18.
All right, the 15 once again does not land as its defensive plating is too strong for that. But the 18, you will scrape by and deal 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, the creature will stab at Corbin with a 28.
Yep, that hits.
And will not confirm the crit.
Oh, shit. Suck it.
Does 5 points of damage. But it will provoke as it tries to unload its auto rifle into your face.
I'm gonna take that swing for sure.
And this is still in power attack because it's still the same round.
Cool. Yes. Then, yep. Not good. I rolled a 13.
All right. As you swing down, it does not land a blow, bouncing off its metal sides. But at the same time, it does throw it off balance enough that its auto rifle sprays across the side of the laboratory, not hitting you. It is your turn.
For this guy, because it's a new engagement, how fucked up does this robot look?
Not quite bloodied, but gosh darn close.
Got a few holes in him.
Yeah, I guess it's time.
You could drive it back onto the lot and get some money back, but...
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cool. Let's just end this as fast as we can. Let's throw down another power attack. So I'm going to do another reckless power attack to try and end this as quickly as possible. First swing, 26.
Absolutely hits.
Hits for 19 damage.
19 is its exact hit points left as it breaks apart, falling to the ground.
Can I on my second swing still smash it? Smash the dead body? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I want to see if I whiff this guy.
Yeah, breaks apart, absolutely.
Well, I would have whiffed it. That's a bad one. It was it was that -5. It was 9. I rolled a 9. He's dead, Jim.
But with these two dispatched, you are able to look into the larger part of the third floor. You see the laboratory is built around kind of a center area, and in that area, you can see the shimmering field surrounding almost a canister-like section. Desks, computers, data pads all surround it, and you can see in this area behind glass a third automaton guard that seems to be watching, not shooting, but keeping an eye on you, both as you guys come down into the third floor proper.
Corbin's gonna look at Keegan and is there other doors? How many is there? Just this door? Is there other doors to this room?
Yeah, looking here, you see there's 4 doors that go into the center laboratory area.
Okay, and is this automaton? Is this near the door we're near, or is it near a different door?
It seems to be readied to approach the door that you're closest to approaching.
Yeah, Corbin's gonna look at Keegan, and Corbin's gonna give that nod, pretty much saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go get this guy. Let's do this in one go."
Okay, I'll eject the clip that's in my pistol and reload it with a new one as I move towards one of the doors, trying to keep its attention.
All right. Corbin, go ahead and give me a stealth check as you try to loop around from behind it.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
With your rage is still going, correct?
Yes.
So you do dim the area around it. Though the creature does have dark vision, it is staying focused on the most obvious target, which is Keegan. Especially if Keegan's approaching the door sooner than you are. That's where it's readying its action.
Okay, yeah, I'm approaching that door. I don't plan on opening it right away, but I'm approaching it, guns out too.
You can see it keeps looking back towards Corbin as it does see him. But as both of you guys approach 2 different doors, it does have to make that decision.
Do these doors have handles or keypads on them?
Handles.
Okay, I won't turn the handle, but I'll reach for the handle, like put my hand on it.
The ready action will go off as it will fire at the glass and shoot towards you, Keegan.
Okay.
As soon as I hear that, I'm going to open the door and go for it.
So we are going to roll initiatives, but then we'll handle readied actions appropriately.
Okay.
Yep. Come on! I didn't want to waste it on a fucking initiative! Oh my god, no! My quit miss! Oh my god damn it.
My initiative is 20.
Very well. So as Keegan, as you reach to grab the door, the ready action goes off as it fires towards you with a 17.
It's gonna miss.
Especially with the cover at the door and the bulletproof glass, you see it crack and web, but it does not break through as you pull on it. Across to the other side, the ready action goes off for Corbin as they open the door and charge. Go ahead and give me that attack roll.
Let's do it. 27 to hit.
It's like you do.
Yeah, as you open the door and rush across, the robot turns around to face you as you slam into it with your stun baton.
I hit him for 15 damage.
Yeah, as the electricity sparks off your stun baton, the automated guard reels back from the damage, as it is now your turn.
Yeah, as he reels back, he had the gun on me. Something clicks in Corbin where, he maybe he's using a stun baton for guarding or something, but something tells him to pull his gun out, and he whips his pistol out, and without thinking a second thought, he's gonna try and take a shot on this guy.
All right, it hasn't drawn its short sword yet, so it can't make an attack back, but fire away.
Because why not? Why wouldn't I roll a 1 when it could have been so cool? I got an 11, but it's a critical failure.
With a natural 1, your shot goes completely wide, striking into a screen nearby, as the mechanized infantry in front of you is able to draw its blade and get ready to fight back. Keegan, it's your turn.
With the guard distracted, I'll pull open this door and empty and unload 2 shots into its back. 28 and a 25.
With a 28, you do absolutely hit, as a bullet pierces in, damaging rotator cuffs and servos. With the 25, you will confirm the crit, as the back half of it explodes out into the front of Corbin, as the mechanized infantry falls to the ground. As you guys stand here, the room abnormally quiet in the absence of any mechanized infantry. As you look around at the containment boxes with the gloves in it, go ahead and give me a perception check.
28.
26. Hey, I rolled a 20.
Oh, you guys are amazing. With a 28 and a 26, we pause for a moment as we cut back to Dashland.
Look, man, the fucking...
No, shut the fuck up, Thus. Here is where we lose cameras. This is why we need to know what the hell happened. All of this is dark from here on out. You guys can't tell us shit, so we're left to just guess. And all we have is your weird-ass story and one body. So
what, we get a bonus?
the look on his face should stop your heart. If looks could kill, your head would explode right now. But it doesn't, as, unlike poor Dashland, we get to come back to find out what happened. As we come back in with a perception of 28 and 26, you two are both aware and you notice one of the gloves is missing from the containment box across the room. though that's not nearly as important. As you can see further ahead, amongst the shimmering container, the emergency release button built into the end of a desk, which does remind Keegan of the note he has tucked in his pocket.
Yeah, I was just going to pull out the note because I remember something at the bottom saying about a containment. So yeah, I pull the note out of my pocket and take a look at it.
Yeah, and as it says at the bottom, once you look upon it, the canister is not empty. When you open it, start shooting.
I'll look over to Corbin and show him the note.
Corbin would read the note, shrug his shoulders, and do that hand wave thing that someone does when they're like, sure, fuck it, what else? Because he'd have his pistol in his one hand and his baton in his other. He'd put his baton down and load up his secret pistol. It's like, sure, let's do it.
See, I spent 2. I'll reload so we're topped off.
And then as soon as I see you topped off, Josh, over the table, this is where I'm going to smash the button. We don't see anything anywhere else? This is it. This is what we're doing it? There's no scientist or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. As soon as I see Keegan loaded up, ready to rock, Corbin would say, fuck it. And then smash the button with the butt of his pistol and then start backing away.
Yep. I will follow his lead to backing up as we start shooting.
The shimmering field drops from the section after you hit the button. As you start opening fire, your ears would pop. The violent screeches are heard as they rip away the silence. The multiple long alabaster necks filled with vicious faces, filled with brown incisors, lunge towards you. And the bullets, as they rip away at the skin, breaking apart bone and muscle, the blue and gray blood smells of nothing as it coats the floor. You can smell nothing but this, but it smells like nothing. Between all of this, a middle-aged man screams. As you both turn around and you see Pedro Silvana with a silver gauntlet that shapes over his hand like liquid mithril with hedron scales as it sparks and thrums as he rushes towards Keegan, taking a swing. With a 13, as he is not a trained soldier, he will whiff as the monster thrashes and screams on the floor. Corbin, it is your turn.
Said it thrashes and screams on the floor. Does that mean we've killed it? Have killed it? Are killing it?
It looks like it's bleeding out.
Is it taking any aggressive actions towards us or just shocked actions like it's going to die trying to survive?
It is not taking any aggressive actions.
If Keegan looks as though like he's going to keep laying into this monster, Corbin's first reaction is going to be for mission complete. He's going to go to shoot the scientist.
Yeah, absolutely. Take your attack.
I don't want to miss the shot because I want him dead, and I don't want to hit my friend. 22?
With a 22, it will hit.
Awesome. For 2 damage?
You strike him across for 2 damage as it grazes his thigh as he continues to scream. You'll never take it from me! You can see he's bleeding out of both ears. He does not react to the sound of the shot. He does not seem to react to you guys yelling at him. Keegan, you see this scientist as he's swinging at you with this metal hedron gauntlet, but does not seem able to land a hit.
I'll do my knockout punch on him. Subduing knockout, right? The attack hits a foe, fortitude. Open that up. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I will do my knockout hit on him. With the clip empty, I will just smack him. Boop. 16 to hit.
I mean, he's wearing a lab coat. He has no armor on. So that will absolutely land.
Oh yeah, right here it says if my attack hits the foe, it's a fortitude DC 16.
Very well. As you slap across him with a 9 on his fortitude save, he will fall to the ground unconscious. The silver gauntlet that he's wearing will shift from his hand onto his wrist as he passes out.
After he hits the ground, I'll look back to the creature thing and see what it's doing while I attempt to reload a new magazine or a new clip into my my pistol.
The creature thrashes about a bit, but you see it's more muscle twitches as it's slowly dying. Its skin begins to flake away. The cartilage and bone that maybe it should have begins to disintegrate, scattering into a luminescent ash. Its face, bits, teeth, all of it seem to disintegrate into kind of a slag of melted dust, dirt, and that blue-gray blood.
Ugh.
Corbin?
Yeah, Corbin's going to, because his target was already focused on the scientist, he's going to do a quick glance over the beast, see that it's disintegrating, walk over the scientist, and he's going to put 2 in the chest, and then he's going to go to put 1 in the head and realize he's out of bullets. And then he's going to take a picture of the scientist, and then he's going to fucking reload.
In the silence of this laboratory, as the gun is done firing, you can hear playing in the background one last clip from him. on a computer screen. I cannot risk it. Subject 2 almost escaped. If it wasn't for these automated guards, we would have had a catastrophe unlike anything since the historic Mithrain massacre. With my options limited, I only have one option left in order to contain it. Eventually I will find a Tane that I can use to fix this problem, but for now, this will have to be a solution. The military applications of this are amazing. A vibration, a frequency that can render the broadcaster imperceptible. Why bother with invisibility when you could simply be forgotten? And on video, you watch as he takes 2 pens and jams them into both eardrums.
Huh.
Corbin would check his dossier one more time to see if there was any data collection that he needed to do, or if it was a tag and bag.
Tag and bag. Pedro Silvana. It's the only name on here you recognize, and the only person you can confirm based on looking at pictures here.
Once the job is done, he'd send off a text or notification to the effect of "We're done here," and expect an exfil. And then he'd grab the scientist's body and start walking towards the door. There'd be a moment where he'd be confused, like which door should he take, but you'd see him kind of just shrug it off because it all leads to the same spot, and then he'd just start walking to the door, just not wanting to talk about what the fuck the monster was.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have a lot to say about the monster either, and I will follow you out. How are you feeling?
Egan, I feel gross. This place is gross.
That is fair.
I think I need a tall glass of bourbon and a fishing trip.
You both walk out of this empty laboratory that once obviously was inhabited, though everyone seems to have left. As you guys pass by, walking over blood smears, visceral entrails, as you pass by all that was, though it's of no notice to you. Can't see it in here. Once you guys get outside, you are illuminated from every angle and every side. You hear the whir of Hedron engines as an aerial vehicle has spotlights upon you as you see the Ammon Protection Division in full force. It's rare that you guys see the actual corporate police force side. Normally, Ammon, they pay for seekers, and that's how they normally do control. But this seems to be something bigger. Whatever it is you just did seems to be maybe a little bit more important. As guards approach and a black bag is thrown over your head.
Corbin's thinking he really would have liked a cigarette before he got tagged and bagged, but he could totally see that coming. As soon as all the spotlights hit, is like, oh, God, what fucking now?
As the bag's taken off of your heads, as you sit across from Dashland, after watching this video, he looks at you again. So what the fuck was all that?
You can tell him about the fucking data pads, man. Just tell him what the stupid scientist was talking about.
We've already told you what happened when we went in there. The data pads were the Pedro talking about the different experiments they were doing. One of them got away, went to Nugget apparently, and then the others, they were having trouble containing it. It's not something I took a lot of notes on. We weren't there to...
Come on, Keegan, tell him about the memory thing. The guy was talking about invisibility. It's literally the last thing he said. He said something about forgetting shit. Like, it would totally line up. It would track. All this stupid shit that we're dealing with, this asshat, like, it would track. We don't remember what the fuck happened. We remember seeing this beastie, and then we remember this scientist. We don't remember anything. And Corbin's talking to Keegan at this point. Like, he's just not... Corbin doesn't care about the fucking guy that's interrogating him. Now he's looking at Keegan. Keegan, we don't remember any of that shit.
Yeah, I don't remember anything from what we've seen. And I guess the why be invisible when you can be forgotten?
Oh, fuck. Dashland looks at this data pad. You see him, like, rub the bridge of his nose for a moment before, oh my god.
I mean, what did you find in there? Was the big pile of goo, right? That was the thing.
Fine, fuck it. Yeah, no. We found a body, you did your job. I'm getting the signal that you're clear to return. But this is crazy, and if this gets out...
I mean, if we had anything else to tell you, we would. I don't want to deal with you in a bad capacity.
Let's just call it good. I'm happy going back and seeing my daughter and never fucking talking about this again. You guys got
Fine.
your body. We'll call it square.
Guy's dead. I mean, what did you find notes and research there that can shed a little light onto this?
That's above my clearance.
Corbin would be pissed at me. Of course it is.
Just get the fuck out of here. Get your stuff. We'll escort you back to your vehicles. Dashland puts his hands both heads as you guys leave. They will give you back your weapons. They give you back a silver bracer, Keegan, your auto rifle.
Once Keegan gets all the loot, Corbin's gonna look down, go to grab a cigarette, and he'll pop one out, and he's like, "And the payment?"
And we will end this session as you guys check your bank accounts, as you guys are both up 15,000 credits.
Woo! Give me that money, baby.
Now I don't have an excuse to not pay my dad.
You could just not talk to him. That's always an excuse.
And with that, the session's over!
Woo! Oh, man. That was awesome.
Thanks for listening. Like, rate, review, subscribe, all that silly stuff. That helps us get out there and be seen by more people. Our music is by Nihilor. The opening and closing intros are Horror Sting 1, as well as you heard Cathedral. Our sound effects are by Pixabay. Alright, stay well out there, everybody. Bye!